Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another installment of John's Food Review. So I had someone ask me about those new Oreo flavors that came out, the Coca-Cola ones, and I said I told him if I can't find it at the Dollar General near me, then I can't purchase it. I can't because Dollar General is the nearest store to me. But fortunately, I went there or rather it was yesterday, and I managed to find one of the last packages of the Oreo cookie. So now we're gonna try the Oreo Coca-Cola cookie. Anyway, yeah. So I've been outside doing yard work and I'm hungry. So I'll make something like substantial later, but I don't have sugar much anymore, so I just need a little bit of sugar right now. And since it's just a food review, I'm only having like one or two cookies. So for those people like, oh, it's a lot of sugar and bad for you, I was just outside doing yard work. It's not gonna kill me. Um, I like the packaging though. Black, like my heart. Also, it matches me right now. As I said, I was outside. It's like 50 degrees out right now, so having to pick up twigs and leaves and cats getting in the way every time I pull the rake. They're like, oh, gotta play with everything. So, but not him. Not him. He just sat inside the whole time. I was like, Roxas, you want to go outside with me and, watch Grandpa rake the leaves? And he's like, so I'm expecting a big, like, Coca-Cola scent here. Okay, interesting. Um, interesting. Like, is it baked into the cookie as, like, infused in the cookie as well, or is it the cream? Okay, I have to test this out first. Just no, just the here's here's the cookie, just the cream. Mmm. Huh. Got little crunchy bits in it. The cookie still smells like it, so I think the whole thing is infused with Coke. If only it was infused with real Coke. Yeah. Wow. That's actually pretty good. You can taste the Coke. You can still taste the Oreo cookie. Hmm. Yeah, obviously most of the flavor is in the cream. Hmm. That is really good. Normally when they have flavors like this, it's only the cream that's infused with it, not the cookie, but tastes like the entire cookie is infused with the taste of this one. So it's got, but then they put it on the wrong way. You can even see the indent of the Coca-Cola there. All right. Oh, having all three components there, or rather all two, having both. Ooh, I think they're little pop rocks. I got the little in the back of, on in my mouth. Probably to replicate the carbonation. Huh. I would say let me try. Do they have a problem at the factory? Again, There's the one side. I do like the fact that they use the Pop Rocks as like a form of like, oh, here, you know that bubbly, crackly taste you have or feeling you get when you have soda? We're gonna replicate that with Pop Rocks. It doesn't really, it's a nice feeling, but the taste itself is actually, I mean, I'm really not much of a Coke person. Unless it has real Coke in it. Um, like the good old days. Back when I was growing up in the early 1900s. Um, Still popping. But the flavor itself is actually probably one of the better flavors I've had. Like I said, I'm not much of a Coke person. I don't drink Coke or Pepsi. But if I have to choose between them, it's usually Pepsi. But in actuality, I'm more of a Sprite person. So Sprite, Sierra Mist, whatever clear soda they have. Um, but since they don't have Pepsi flavored Oreos for me to try, so yeah, it's like a bold flavor, which is good. Like sometimes you can have too much or too little of a flavor. This is actually just right. Hmm. Those are really good. I like how they kind of Oreos like a Coke bottle. Yeah, I think out of all the, my God, I've done every Oreo flavor that I can find in stores, from limited editions to just regular flavors. So if I see it, I pick it up. And this, I mean, I think that's right up there with the mint and the double chocolate. Like this is probably one of the better flavors. And that's coming from a person who doesn't really like Coke, but it's really good. Okay, there you go. Even after washing it down with water, there's still a little bit of remnant of the little popping back there. But yeah, I saw it. What was it last month? Someone was like, "Hey, are you gonna review them?" And I'm like, I don't know. If I could find it at Dollar General, then yeah. I went there yesterday to get some stuff, and they were right in the front, and there was only like two packages left. And I was like, do I want to be that guy? Because basically, whatever's out is what they have. Once it's all gone, they don't have anything in the back. They put out everything they have. So if there was two packages left, that's all there was left. Um, so I was like, I'll just get one. I'll just get one. And yeah, I should have gotten a Coke to go along with it, but honestly, I didn't think of it at the time. I was just like, oh, let me just get it home. Um, Actually, what time is it? 9. I bought a Monster last night, and I kept it in the window for the most part last night because it was like 50 degrees out. And then I woke up like 6 something, and I put it in the freezer, so it should be pretty much close to frozen at this point. I really should have had it with this as a nice little palate cleanser, but no, water is just fine. I didn't want to use milk because all the other flavors. That's one thing, but like putting a Coke flavored cookie in milk, I don't know. Like all the other flavors. Well, then again, you have like root beer floats or Coke floats, which is ice cream and Coke and all that. I haven't one of those in a while. We used to my uncle used to make those all the time. Like they weren't root beer floats; they were like Coke floats. And it was really really good. and it was just like a special occasion. You know, they're simple and it's simple to make, obviously, but you know that's something we would go over and spend the night at his house and all that once in a while, and so that's what we would do. We'd go over, hang out with our cousins, and you know he'd make us the Coke floats, and yeah, it was something we looked forward to. But I guess it could work in milk. Like I said, if soda and milk, you don't typically think, but considering like root beer floats or you know you're putting ice cream in soda, so it could work. Um, but yeah, it's got a really good taste, good aftertaste. Even the burp, it tastes like Coke, and that's the whole point. You want the cookie or the chip or whatever it is you're consuming to taste like whatever they're advertising. So this is Coca-Cola. It tastes like Coca-Cola. So congratulations, Oreo. You did what you set out to do. It tastes like Coke. And because not only is it infused in the cream, but it's also infused, like it tastes like it's infused in the cookie, which is what you should be doing with all your cookies that are special flavors, not just the cream. Um, you really want that flavor to come through and hit. But if it's just the cream, but then you only have like this much cream in there, you're not going to get the flavor of it. So when it comes to these special flavors, just put a little bit of that inside the cookie as well. Just do it. But yeah. I mean, on a scale of, I think I'll go with IGN on this. Go IGN and give it a 7. They're not great. They're not super spectacular. They are really good. So I'll give it a nice even 7, even though 7 is not an even number. It's actually an odd number. But I think in this case, we can give it a 7 because they're not perfect, but they're not bad at all. Not bad at all. Obviously, the flavor could be probably a little bit more. I know I said it was perfect, but when it comes to flavors, with certain flavors, you maybe want to taste a little more of it. Because after your, you know, the initial taste, it's great. And, but then the aftertaste, you want it to kind of remain tasting, like not just go over to some kind of odd flavor. So I would fix the flavor just a tad bit. Don't be stingy with the cream in these. I mean, because the cream is where most of the flavor is. If there's hardly any cream, you're not going to get the full flavor. So a little bit more cream in these. But yeah, 7 seems to be a nice number. Actually, more and more close to 8 because it is really, really good. But anyway, yeah, if you see them, I guess what I would say pick them up. I would say pick them up. I would have picked up both, but I didn't want to be that guy. Because again, once they put it out, if you go walk in the store and you see only 2 packages of these, that's because there's only 2 packages left. So anyway, let me know if you've had them, what you think. What's your favorite flavor of Oreo? For me, these are up there, but mine would definitely be the mint and the double chocolate. They're just really good. Or is it triple chocolate? No, not the dark chocolate. Why am I thinking of cakes here? I think they do have a triple chocolate one or a double chocolate one, but no, it's the dark chocolate. Dark chocolate, chocolate. I love the chocolate. But yeah, all that. But that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.